Interviews with business owners and veteran executives who share their wisdom and expertise to help you de-stress, free up time, and make more money. Profits of IT. Welcome back to the Profits of IT. I am Jim Punzenberger, your host and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. If you're looking to generate new clients or partners, be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com. I'm excited to have Kevin with me today. Kevin in the past has included protecting the United States Navy information systems. He's instructed others on IT. He's been a CIO and has going on a quarter century of experience in the field. Kevin, please introduce yourself and tell us a quick bit about your company, Hands of Support.
Sure. So, Jim, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. The way that I would define Hands of Support is a managed service provider providing IT support so that the executives in the company don't have to actually do the hands-on part of the IT support. So Hands of Support provides hands-on support to small to medium business companies.
Got it. So what's something interesting about yourself outside of work?
Well, one thing that I like to do outside of work is provide audio video support to or technology for worship for churches. And so I'm skilled at using ProPresenter and using technology to further a message for worship organizations.
Nice. That's sounds like a really something that I'm guessing you really enjoy it, and it really is rewarding.
It is. Knowing that if I don't show up, the service is not going to happen.
That's a lot of responsibility. So I guess the conversation today is to be topic or based on what do you consider keys to your success in the field, and what can others learn from you to be more successful themselves? So
I think one thing that I would start off with is if I was to use an umbrella analogy, you cannot have just one skill in today's economy. You have to have multiple sources of income. And one thing that I've actually done, and I'm very passionate about, is workforce development. And because I personally have been, out of work or off contract for about 7 months at a time. And I had to learn that no matter what you have currently can go away at a blink of an eye. And, as a father, as a husband, I have to provide for my family. And so you really do an inventory. So one thing that I would suggest to the junior IT person is to do an inventory on what is their knowledge, their skills, their abilities, their experiences, and who needs that knowledge, that skill, ability, or experience that they can help, and who is willing to compensate them for their materials or for their time or for their labor. And I think that was the most valuable lesson. It's an extraordinary task to build a brand from scratch, because the truth is no matter how good you are actually the best kept secret. No one really knows about you, um, even if you have, amazing skills. Um, you're not a household brand, and
Right, you're never
I
going to be
think we
Coca-Cola.
all are our own brand.
So what other um, thoughts do you have in this area? Somebody wanted to improve on this, what would you tell them?
I think it's not enough to just take exams or come out of college expecting to make six figures and not have experience. One thing that I can think of is no matter where I have been, I have lab built lab environments. Um, you can use VirtualBox, which is something that's free, and you can build a VM environment. There's places like Cisco Kits, and there's so many different resources online that you can pull hardware from, because when it's time to, I can say not if, but when it's time to recover from a cyber attack, that is not the time that you want to learn how to build a secure infrastructure. Um, Jim, as we talked about, in the book Hacked 2, I wrote about a real world example in my chapter. And that real world example was a terrifying example of, it's not if, but when. When you get hacked, what will be your response?
Got it. So I guess what you're saying is to there's use virtual tools out there to build virtual environments so that you're experienced in those environments, and when in the future, when a attack does happen, you're prepared for that versus you know trying to learn after the attack happens, and now uh, when the response is critical, and uh, you know recovering from it is time sensitive.
Absolutely.
So what other thoughts do you have regarding this? How can, you know, if I'm wanting to, any tips on like specific virtual environments that I should be studying, or environments I should be studying that I can, build virtually?
So I think, and that's a great question. Um, I think building on infrastructures like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Oracle, Microsoft Azure. I think the cloud environments are going to be uh, very important to learn, because these infrastructures are very quickly replacing um, bare metal equipment. And everything that you learn about building a network from scratch, or containers, or not only, I think there's two parts of it, not only building the infrastructure, but being able to secure the infrastructure to make sure that you know what's going on in the network, and to make sure that you know where you're connecting to. I think network visibility is absolutely critical. Jim, as we talked about before the show, if if your computer is connected to a country that you don't do business with, then I think you have to ask yourself, why are you connected to
Yeah.
to
Why am I
that
connected
country?
to Russia or someplace like that
Exactly.
when the company only does business in the United States?
Exactly. And I think the other point is less is more. Um, if you don't have confidence in a piece of equipment, then it's better to interrogate or assess that piece of equipment before it goes on the network.
Got it. So any final thoughts around this?
The only thing I would say is I've put some free tools on my website, and if somebody is interested, they can download, a personal cybersecurity assessment at handsofsupport.com.
So go to handsofsupport.com, and
Yes.
then there's a cybersecurity assessment that can be downloaded. And what would this allow somebody to do?
So what it is it'll allow them to get a PDF, and that PDF will take you step by step, about 20 steps on looking at simple things like, do you have user accounts and administrator accounts on your network? Or are you surfing the internet with an administrator credentials, which puts your network at risk? So I think about 15 to 20 questions to be able to secure their infrastructure and do a personal cybersecurity assessment for themselves.
Cool. Sounds like something that'd be very valuable if you're unsure about cybersecurity. And
Absolutely.
well, Kevin, thank you for your time here today. It's been my pleasure having you on, and been great to learn a little bit more about cybersecurity and how one can improve themselves with virtual environments and such. I just wanted to thank you again.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for your time. I enjoyed it.
And once again, that's handsofsupport, one word.com is the website to go to get a copy of the cybersecurity assessment.
That's right.
Well, until next time on the Profits of IT, I am Jim Punzenberger, your host, and the creator of the Managed Prospecting System. If you're looking to generate new clients or partners, be sure to check out managedprospectingsystem.com.
Thank you for tuning in to the Profits of IT. Please smash that like button, subscribe, and share.